What's up, y'all? This your boy Charles Greg with the beautiful
Classy Lady Sparkle. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what's going on, Spark? What are you doing?
Just hung up, and I'm thinking she was still on the line.
Let me find out, man. Y'all
Listen,
slipping on here, man. It's been a crazy Tuesday.
Yes.
We just trying to make some things happen, man. You know what I'm saying? And
terrific Tuesday.
Listen, I'm trying to
terrible.
tell you, man. Like it's
Thank
been.
God for Tuesday.
You know what? I'm breathing. We
That's
breathing.
right.
So
Yeah.
that's good enough for me, right?
Real. Yeah. Woke up this morning.
Now, this next segment is one that I have a tremendous amount of respect for. This gentleman, right? When I tell you about someone with whom I have a tremendous amount of respect for, but also somebody that, you know what, is really doing some things and really trying to make a move in the community. When I tell you about someone who loves the community, someone who loves the people, someone who's actually taking a stand and being sturdy within inside the community, man. This gentleman right here, I call him T, man. Terrence in the building, man. I appreciate you coming to the show. How you, sir?
Hey, how you doing, Charles?
Oh, man, I'm here, man. It's one of those things. So, you know what? I just want to say thank you for coming to the show, man. We can start and just really jump right into it. You know what I mean? Because for me, it's important that men, right, kind of take a stand against what the narrative and the narrative against that we don't care, or we're just this egotistical, this hyper masculine beings that don't care about anything but us, that don't want to support the community, that don't want to support the people, that don't want to support our female counterparts, right? And so you are very active and you are very vocal when it comes to, on your Facebook page when it comes to this type of stuff. So I want to jump right into it, right? So let's talk a little bit about, let's talk about you and kind of the things you do, and then we'll start to go into this dynamic discussion. So welcome to the show, my brother.
Hey. Thank you for having me on this segment. I was surprised when I came in here, and I have a childhood friend that was here, the classic Sparkle.
Right.
And Charles is also affiliated with Philly Cam, which I'm affiliated with. So I'll tell you a little bit about me, Terrence Tillman. Primarily, I was raised uptown, mother and father. Mother heavy into church. Father was mainly institutionalized most of his life. So I have a outlook of two different aspects when I'm looking at life, because I had a foundation that was grounded with first being a God-fearing man. And also I had the outlook of being a young man watching a man that taught me basically street survival tactics in my life. So at a very early age, I was like, I tell people, like, at the age of 7 and 8, I was selling incense and leg warmers on 52nd Street when Woolworths and Geno's was up there.
Yeah.
And it's like, I had the best of both worlds when I say that I could see that when a woman, first as my mom being a God-fearing woman, that she never had another man around me, and she stood for something, and it's like she struggled. She didn't depend on, the government or assistance that wasn't, relative for that she could get from my dad. And I always say the black woman, from seeing my mom, is one of the strongest creatures on this earth.
I know that's right. Yep.
So I my outlook on things is that I feel that I noticed that for me having these experiences, that I have a lot within me that calls for expression. When I look at my passion about things that I see from my childhood, and it's like, I'm like, from being in the church, you had times when I had to express myself about a message that I had, a passage or Bible verses or something, the story that I had to read. So I had to express myself at that time. And on the outside of that, just my everyday life, being in the street, because my pop used to hack and do all certain things that I was opened up to, was like, wow, am I seeing this at a very young age?
Right.
So in that time, I got to see the life of the transition in the 80s, how, crack really hit our community, and seeing people actually indulging itself in activity with buying crack and, street stuff, pimps and all these type of things young. So I said, man, as I'm growing up and in my day and time, and I said, you know what, I made some wrong choices, you know what I mean, here and there, but I said, it's more of me that I can express to the community and to the world. Right. So I start, becoming more vocal on things that I feel that needs to be addressed. Okay. And I found out through my childhood experiences that I never sacrificed my integrity. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's what's missing in our community with the black men.
Yeah. So let's jump right into that then.
Okay.
Let's jump, because that was going to be, so black men, right? Why do you believe that, a lot of men do that, sacrifice integrity, and not keep it a buck, so to speak, keep it a bean, keep it 100, you know what I mean? Why do you think that happens?
Well, a lot of...
Talking to the mic.
Excuse me. It's a lot of, as it's coming up, it's a lot of us that might have father and mother, daddy and mother issues. Right. Now, what happens in society today, it points you have some great people that have made it along their journey, like a success with money. Mm-hmm. So sometimes it's the image that we're trying to portray instead of really knowing where we came from, who we are, who are you as a man. What responsibility, what accountability can you say that I'm going to take and actually stick to that without trying to fit in with society's how society
perpetuates
us black men.
Right.
So it's like we're walking around and we have self-hate. We have self-hate. Right. And it has developed over years of us coming out of slavery and things, but is how are we are built out. A lot of us are built on things that we attain, and we trying to show for it. I got money, or I got a house.
That's real facts.
And I'm a basketball star, football star. You trying to run with the things that hasn't made you who you really are. That's why I gave my identity in the beginning of really my makeup, because it's a lot from my childhood that developed me, that developed my inner man to be stronger than what my outer man says it is. Right. And what says society says what I can be and what I can't be.
Right. So let's talk. So I like to talk solutions though, right? Because I think we get into this banter of this is what it is, and this is this is who I am, and this is how I got here. But how do we fix the issues, especially concerning black men? Like how do you believe we can fix that? How do you believe we can get over these humps of how we define ourselves based around materialism?
We first have to develop a conscience of self, knowing that we are head of our households, we are fathers, we are brothers. It has to go back to the home. Right. You have to fix things that's not right there in your atmosphere. Okay? A lot of us have to know our main strength and what we can exhibit, and knowing at the end of the day, like, you got to be honest with yourself for who you are.
Right.
And this is why I say the black woman is strong. They're strong and might, because women go to women, they express how they feel, their fears, how they been hurt. Us men, we walking around with too much pride.
Yeah.
That's the first fall of man.
Ego and pride,
in the Quran or the Bible.
Right.
So pride, there's so many of us that have pride, and it's like we trying to hype up this facade to fit in, and they stay cliquish because we want to be awarded the things that society says we're successful by. So we lost the identity of standing for something. Like back in the day, not to go too much religion, but our churches and mass jigs, they stood for something. They were the community. They got these people off of these high places, meaning we can all talk and do religion and all this, but you gotta know how to set an altar outside of that building. Meet people where they at, in the street. And that's mainly what I'm about, because as I walk in my travel, like as I address people, how you doing, sir? How you doing, sis? And even as I see the young men, everybody has a voice. Everybody has a gift. Right. So a lot of us men are you gotta have a purpose. You gotta have you gotta think about your legacy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us men are service driven, that we're just doing things just to get by. We need to address our issues right at the head.
So, because we only have a couple more minutes.
So a solution, I'm going to give you a solution, is some of us, you first need to fix things in your home. Like if you have any bad entities against, your father, your mother, your girlfriend, the baby father, you address these things. Let them try to start there in the home, because this is what's going to be perpetuated through your travel, of how people already want to know, how can you deal with things that you have control of.
Right.
And we're really trying to fit in the things that we have no. It's almost like we rather sell ourselves short to sharing parts with things than owning up to things, and owning actually things that's going to set us up and have us prosper. You know what?
You said something that I wanna jump into before we go. You said owning up to it.
Man up.
Man up. So let's talk a little bit about the idea of our music, right? Hip hop. We talk about hip hop and kind of how it seems that we're perpetuating rape culture and drug usage. Right?
Wow.
And I know that's something that we can talk about all time, but when we talk about the rape culture specifically as it relates to like our female counterparts, right? And you're a family man, right? And so how do we articulate and seem to fix that?
Oh man, that's a good one. As for me, this topic is serious because I had an expression of doing godful rap that me and my partner used to do. And it's like sometimes my street name is T Love. No doubt. So I like to play a lot of R&B things. I like a lot of smooth stuff that I can think to. You know what I mean? So when I hear this rap stuff, especially when I'm around a female and she kind of take to it, I say, you understand what they saying? Because I was really in the street. Yeah. You know what I mean? Facts, so when it goes to, you know what I mean, not saying cussing, calling a woman a B or you take these pills and you can drink and do all of this. Is that really what you want, ladies from me? You really want me to treat you like that? But I found out, like in our society, everybody wants to just be like, nobody wants to stand up and be who they really are. They want to be somebody they see on the TV. You understand? So when I started doing, is the godful rap, and sometimes pretty much it's open testimony of my life and things, and it's granted that I don't want to sell hate. I don't want to sell weekly. I want to inspire you. Yeah. To see the Lord. And that's the presence. And when I look at myself, I can bring to the table. So a lot of consciousness of this rap and that's being sold to you is some of these people that's doing it is selling out.
Right. No,
They selling out for the money. You know what I'm saying? And they doing things behind the scenes, you know, that awards them this fame, and it's all about, you know, I'm not just not trying to call them out, but I was always tested like, oh man, he doing God for rap, but he ain't married, but I know he talking to this chick, and he deal with this chick. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? None of us, at the end of the day, we would listen to and let our kids listen to something that's harmful to their nature, and we riding with that. We putting that on.
Facts,
You understand? And I'm only telling you my open life and my testimony, how I want to make a transaction from going from a boy to a man.
No doubt.
That's
And I'm open testimony and showing you my scars and wounds and my hurts and pains. You understand what I'm saying?
Man.
So it's crazy. And it's like, man, I got things, and I used to, you know, I got a rhyme that I always like to say, and it was like, in my heart it was demons till I started receiving my message from Jesus, but I never would read it. I thought I was genius. I know I could beat this. Just me versus Lucifer, I would end up defeated. Still I tried and I tried. Hustle hard to look fly, but I never could get that pain or anger subside. And the next step was get high off of what I supply. Overdose. Doc told my folks that he thought I would die, but I still didn't learn. It was my liquor's turn. 6 months later, I bragged. Gee, I just brought a new Jag. Hit the bar, got a drink, got a call, got to go. Grip my keys, hit the gas, got on broad, flying fast. Traffic's bad, drizzling rain, ice is black. Turned the corner, swerving, crash. Woo! Old Charles, you done leveled up. Now keep your faith trust up.
I know that's right.
So that's the
So how
tip
can they get in
I'm on.
contact with you? I'm gonna have to bring you back, man.
Oh,
we
yeah,
got about
I got a
2
whole
minutes
lot.
left.
And-
how
and-
can they get in contact with you real quick?
You could just go to my page, Terrence Tillman. Y'all see me with the jam cam out. You know what I mean? Pass me my jam cam, baby. I got my secretary back here. You know what I mean? The jam cam right here. And I'm looking for other brothers to kind of reach out and maybe to Charles and with some suggestions and some solutions that he can express why he's doing this thing to the public, man.
So this
And
is what we
enough of
gonna
us
do.
need to come together.
This is what we're going to do, because we got go in about 30 seconds. So I just want y'all to make sure that y'all follow us on We Talk Weekly, and we all over the planet. We're all over the world. Go to subscribe to our We Talk Weekly channel, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all that type of stuff. We got to go, man. But look, make sure that you come back with us. We got to go. I want everybody to stay tuned, man. We got a lot coming up. This your boy Charles Gregory with the Beautiful.
Classy Lady Spark.
And we'll be right back after this. Actually, we out here.
Peace. What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Classy